Hi everybody, Matt Barkas, CEO of ISN, and just kind of a continuation about this economic talk that we were talking about. There are basically three different roads or paths, roadmaps, if you will, to success, and whether everybody knows or not, they are on one of those roads. But before we get into that, kind of a side note, we're just thinking about wealth in general or having success of wealth. Wealth doesn't just mean money. There's three F's when it comes to what wealth is. So it's and everything kind of fits into these categories. So the first one would be friends, family. That's the first F. That's relationships, and it's also our spirituality as well, whatever that may be to you. But it's important to be wealthy in this category. How are you with your relationships with your friends? I mean, it's important to be there for others and for others to be there for you and have that kind of connectiveness. So are you wealthy in that area? The second one would be fitness. How healthy are you? Our body is important because how we look is how we feel, and sometimes how we feel is how we do things in life. Now, I know we shouldn't live by our feelings, and of course not, but we do have feelings as a human being, so we need to make sure that the fitness side, are we wealthy with our fitness? Are we in a are we going to be healthy? Are we going to be able to maintain healthy lifestyles and just be happy about life in general? And then finally, the third one is finances. That part of it is a wealth side of it as well. So some people want to kind of kick that part of it out of the category, that category out of the equation, but you can't, because finances aren't the most important thing in life, but they do connect to almost everything in life. And so they're very important for us to master them instead of them mastering us. Most divorces, statistics show, happen because of arguments about finances. So it's important for us to get that straight and what it is that we want to accomplish. So what is our level? And that's what we're going to talk about here, because with our company ISN, we're all about different areas of wealth, but specifically the financial well-being of each person. So when we're talking about finances, you hear one of these cliches all the time, and it's been going on for generations, and we just need to bust the myth right now. We need to stop it. We need to cut people off in their tracks when they say it. If we're the ones saying it, we need to stop ourselves from saying it. And that is that having money won't make you happy. First of all, will being broke make you happy? No, of course not. So if that's the case, then actually money has nothing to do with happiness. So why is that being brought up in the first place? It has nothing to do with it. So if that's the case, then what we need to do is put it in its own box and get that out of there. Being happy entails the three categories we already talked about. So we need to dismiss that. When someone tells us that, just dismiss it. It's irrelevant to them. And most of the time, reason people say that is because they haven't achieved the level of financial success that they wanted to, and for their own lives. And so they use that cliche, that excuse, because it makes you feel better when you come up with a reason. So dismiss it, move on. So here's the three different areas you're on a roadmap right now. Okay, there's the sidewalk. That's the very slow way, and probably the path that actually comes to a dead end. The sidewalk will end. And then there's the slow lane, and then there's the fast lane. Now on the sidewalk, that's where often most people live there. And if they do come into some kind of money, they'll spend it on an automobile or things like that lose value, instead of first just putting a little bit of pressure out and making yourself do something uncomfortable a little bit so that you can start making the money work for you. Instead of doing that, they'll go buy a car or something. And it's unfortunate because it loses so much value, it just doesn't make sense. And those are usually the ones who will tell you that money doesn't make you happy. And so the next category is the slow lane. That's mediocrity. And the mediocrity is just settling, middle class. It means average. Who wants to be average? None of us were created to be average. We all have gifts, talents, things that we can offer to be successful. So that road is probably the most dangerous road because you can settle on that road. But the fast lane, I want the freaking toll road. I want to be able to go and move as fast as I can. I want to go 80 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour towards success. And I don't want to waste time, because time is the one thing we can't get back. And we should never trade time for money. We shouldn't be doing that. We should be figuring out a way that we can multiply and duplicate success in order for us to, at least in that category of life, the financial side of success, be able to have control over that and be the master over that. And so again, here at ISN, we're happy with that because that's part of the things that we do, helping people create extra income and help people preserve wealth. So we're happy with that, and hopefully it makes a little bit of sense for you. I encourage you to go to the site you see at the top here, look a little bit into it, see if it makes sense to you as well. But at least make sure that you're in that fast lane, and not on the sidewalk driving along. It's like a gravitational pull that sucks people into that sidewalk. People can't get off of there. And I encourage you to continue learning with real things that educate you in the process of what's going to get you ahead in life, and not spending your time with things that are just absolutely wasting your time, because it's a precious commodity that you can't get back. So again, hopefully that's helpful for some people out there, and we'll keep it coming. And if you like it, put a like on there, and we'll catch up to you guys later. Thanks a lot.